We're preparing kids for a future that no longer exists. And if that doesn't change, they're going to be at a serious disadvantage. Hi, I'm Brenda, a wife, mom of two little travel hockey players, and a homeschooler. The world is shifting fast. AI is automating tasks. Industries are evolving overnight, and the rules for success completely different now. But most systems, especially education, are still stuck in the past because the old system was built for a different economy, one where predictability mattered, where following instructions got you ahead, where stability was the goal. That world is fading, and it's fading quickly. Now we're entering one driven by speed, uncertainty, and constant change. Here's the reality: the skills that used to guarantee success are becoming irrelevant. If a job can be automated, it will be. If a task can be outsourced, it will be. So, what's left? The human edge, thinking, creating, adapting. That's what actually holds value now. If we don't shift how we prepare our kids, they'll know how to follow directions, but struggle to think independently. That is a huge problem. They'll wait for answers instead of knowing how to find or create them. They'll compete with machines instead of learning how to work alongside them. That gap, it's only going to widen. So the question isn't, what should kids learn? It should be, how should they learn to think? So here's what actually needs to change: prioritize thinking over memorization. Stop rewarding just right answers. Start rewarding how they got there. We need to ask, why did you think like that? What would you try next? And then we model it. Let them hear you think out loud. Show them how you approach problems, not just the outcome. Build adaptability on purpose. Expose them to new environments, new problems, new ways of thinking. Let them struggle a bit. Actually, let them struggle a lot. That's where flexibility gets built, and we model it. When plans change, don't panic. Adapt visibly. Show them what adjusting in real time looks like. Encourage creation, not just consumption. Don't just let them scroll, have them build, write, design, code, experiment. The goal is to shift from passive to active. Again, we model it. We create things ourselves. Let them see us building, trying, and even failing. Normalize uncertainty. They don't need all the answers. They need to get comfortable figuring things out without a clear path. That's a real world preparation. And we model it. Say, I don't know out loud, and then show them how we figure it out. Teach them how to learn because the half life of knowledge is shrinking. So, what they might learn today will be outdated tomorrow. But if they know how to learn fast, they'll always stay relevant. Again, we model it. Keep learning yourself: books, skills, new ideas. Let them see that growth doesn't stop. If you're a parent like me, an educator, or a builder, this isn't about throwing everything out. It's about upgrading the approach that is going to be effective for our family, for the next generation. Less control, more curiosity, less rigid paths, more exploration. We got to get their critical thinking juices going. And most importantly, be the example they learn from. This is so critical. For me, this is exactly why homeschool is part of my strategy. Not as an escape, but as a way to be intentional, on purpose, to create an environment where curiosity is encouraged, not rushed, where questions really matter more than quick answers, where learning isn't boxed into subjects, but connected to real life, real use cases. Because if the goal is to raise critical thinkers, problem solvers, and curious learners, then the environment has to support that. The world will keep changing. That's not optional. But how we prepare the next generation, that is. Are we raising our kids who can follow the old map or creating new one when the map disappears? I hope you're thinking differently now. If you find this content helpful, please subscribe because this conversation is not going to stop.